Hello, Leo, and welcome back. And if you are new here, I love you already. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see my videos again. Leo, this is going to be a love reading for the month of June. And as usual, we're going to do it in 3 parts. We're going to have a look at your state of mind, where you're coming from, where you're headed. Second part will be your path through June. And then the third part is, clarify what may be coming after that. Spirit, what do we have for Leo for the month of June, for love and relationships? Let's get into it. Yeah, Leo, changes, man. So the card that represents you this month and in your love and relationships, Leo, is the Knight of Swords. And this is you very consciously cutting something off. And it may not be something, like you've broken up with somebody. That could very well be. I just see you cutting off cutting off the way you've handled or approached relationships in the past. Like a complete new start, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm done with that shit. I'm done with that kind of person. I'm done with giving myself away emotionally and getting nothing back. Because your challenge is hardly a challenge. The challenge is the Ten of Cups, and this is emotional fulfillment. So your challenge is, once you've cut this out, is to wonder whether that was the right decision in terms of your emotional fulfillment. But this is only a challenge. This is just questions that are going to come up, because this is a big decision you've made. And usually when we make big decisions, we always afterwards think, have we done the right thing? And quite honestly, I just see it as being, you've done this for all the right reasons. And you're going to see going forward that the decision you've made is going to be good for your emotional kind of sustenance, the stuff that we need in our heart every single day of our lives. And in your heart space, I see you protecting yourself a lot going ahead. Like because of this decision you've made, you may be cutting out everybody for a while and just looking after your own heart for a little while. So just closing yourself off in a temporary space. And because in your headspace, I see you looking forward, okay, and not looking back. And that ties very much in with the Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords is a clean cut. And this is you looking forward after you've made that cut. Because where you're coming from is the Devil card, and this is toxicity. So it's you realizing that where you were in the past was just not good for you. It was toxic, overindulgent, too much, Toxic relationships are now in your past. That's what I'm saying, Leo. And you've made that internal decision to cut those toxic relationships out in your life. And going ahead, I see you looking for something more traditional. Something more, so going ahead, you're going to take, quite bluntly, lust out of the scenario and look for marriage going forward. Not for marriage specifically, but marriage material, if you understand what I'm saying. So not something toxic, not something that may just be short term. I don't think you're going to be looking for any short term relationships in the future. I think when you look ahead beyond June, your decision is, whoever's new in my life, I must be able to imagine that person being with me forever, not just for this season, if you like, or just for the kicks, or the jollies, or the sex. I see you certainly turning into a more traditional values kind of outlook. Let's see your path through June. So yeah, internal, definitely looking at things completely differently. Completely differently, like almost as if you can see yourself in the middle of the room and you step out of yourself and you look at yourself and say, what I've been doing in the past cannot be what I do in the future. And trying to imagine yourself going ahead in the future and being a little afraid, because it requires you to change the way you think completely. And just know that the environment that you're operating in this month, the Six of Cups is, so in this scenario, Six of Cups often can mean somebody from your past, but in this environment here, it means look after your health this month. Physically look after your health. It might be a month where if you're leaving something toxic behind, often there's withdrawal symptoms. And there can be even physical withdrawal symptoms, like giving up smoking or giving up a drug. So universe is saying that the environment is right for you if you look after yourself physically. So just drink a little extra water, do a little bit of exercise, maybe spend some time in the sun with nature, that kind of thing. And the advice card for you is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is don't look back. Whatever's happened, don't look back. You can only move forward now. And so just be conscious of the fact that whatever's happened in the past won't happen in the future, because you've got a change of heart. And for you, this is going to be a time of rest and restoration. So I don't see anything new coming in for you. I see you doing self-care. It's going to be about self-care, looking at things differently, evaluating your future, plotting your way forward, if you like. So let's get some clarification cards from the universe. Yeah. So all of this self-care, this getting rid of toxicity, this looking at new values going forward, is going to change you in such a way that you'll start to see new offers coming in for you. Small offers, stuff that you don't necessarily have to react to or anything like that, but you're going to start noticing in your new self as you go forward. You're going to start noticing things coming in terms of love, and it will give you a chance to evaluate as things go forward. And I see what's going to happen now with this transformation, because it's very much a transformation. And most of the readings I've done today have been transformational readings. And this is you turning your light switch back on. Like not make yourself available, but certainly turning on a switch inside of yourself, which you've kept turned off for a long time. And then patience. So what you're going through now is going to be a long-term transformation for you. And the self-care that you're doing now is going to pay off in the end, because this is the reaping the harvest. And harvest can only be reaped when it's ready to be. And it requires patience. It's like, I'm doing all this stuff, I'm doing this stuff, but nothing's happening. It just means that what you're doing is making you ready for something that's going to come at the right time. Yeah, I hope this makes sense to you. And if it does, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to come back. And I'll see you again soon.